Hi everyone, it's Karen here from the scrapbook store in Wyerton. Welcome to the craft room. Today we're going to make this really cute Valentine card, and I have a few different ways that I can show you how I made it, but today we're going to make this one with the leaves coming up. Okay, so I cut this red cardstock piece with my Cricut, also this white background and the heart. This here is the classic Rose Heartfelt Creations, and I also cut out the sentiment with my Cricut and with the pen as well. I'll show you that in another video how I cut those out, okay? So I also wanted to show you how it looked. The rose just cut out from white cardstock and inked. So I inked this with the worn lipstick distress ink and the peeled paint. Okay, and because there was quite a few layers, I decided I wanted to make a shaker card out of this one. Now you can't see the beads because I hid it behind the white paper, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The next time I would have made the shaker behind the heart, okay, so that the beads would have been inside the background of this cutout piece. So just some different ideas as to what you could do with the card when you're making it. Okay, so if you don't have distress ink, what I like to use the distress ink and a foam dauber, and you just dip your foam dauber in the ink and you rub the edges of the paper. So if you don't have that, that's okay. You can color it with pencil crayons or markers. Now I inked my stamped images with VersaFine, so you won't be able to use your Copics because that will bleed into your marker. So I just like to color the edges so it gives it a nice light pink look. So if you're coloring with your pencil crayons, what you're going to do is you're just going to color the edges and then lightly color into the center. Or if you have another darker pink color, you could add the darker pink color to the edge and lighten it up. You can use whatever color you want. I just like pink. Okay, and then for the leaf, what you can do is add a little bit of pink in the center and then color in around the leaf with the green. When I'm making a flower, sometimes I like to put a little bit of the ink on the inside of the flower. So this one here, I'm just going to put a little bit of pink on it with the dauber, and then my peeled paint, distress ink. I'm just going to go around the edges with the dauber and color that in so you can see the difference. Okay, now I have shaped a couple of the flowers, so this video won't be too long for you. Okay, so if you need to stop and color all your flowers, go ahead. The little one, you're going to want to do the front and the back because we're going to make a bud in the center. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I shaped the flowers. So you're going to take your spritzer bottle just with water and give a little spritz and then put it down on your mat. And so the smallest one, this is the back side, you're going to shape it up to the front. So you're going to take your tool and you're going to rub it on all of the petals, and you're going to make it so that it comes right up, because you want the stamped image to be on top. Okay, so then I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of the petals. And I'm just going to squish it down and hold it for a second, and it'll stay. Okay, so there you have this cute little bud. Okay, so now for the big flower, the petals, you're going to turn it over towards your stamped image side, and you're going to curl the edges of the petals towards you. And you're going to do that to the rest of the flowers. Okay, so they're curled towards you, and you're going to do that to the rest of the flowers. Okay, and then the leaf, what you're going to do is curl the same thing, curl the edges towards you, but on the back side. And then the front side, you can put a little line down the middle to give it a vein. And then if it doesn't curl back, you can always take your thumb and your forefinger and push it down so it has a little vein there. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Okay, so it curls in on the vein and then puffs out. Just gives it a little dimension. Okay, so now what we're going to do is glue the card together. You have your base. And just one piece of paper. You have your base, your red piece of cardstock, your white piece of cardstock with cut out like a heart, and then you have a pink frame. Okay, so if you were going to make your shaker, what you would do is glue down these two pieces, put some plastic on this side, and then use some foam tape and put some foam tape around, sprinkle some doodads there, and then stick that down so it's raised off the card. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to glue this down. So I wanted my card to open from the bottom. So I have the edge at the top, and then you're going to glue the red piece on in the center. And then just make sure all your pieces are popped out. And you're going to glue your heart to the center of the red piece. Well, we could have inked the edges too if we wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it white for today. Okay, and then we're going to put a little bit of glue on the heart. So we just need a few drops, not too much. And we're going to stick it down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pink on the edges of this, just so it stands out against the white. So you can use the edge of your pencil crayon or marker, or you can just leave it white. And I'm going to take, I was going to pop this with some foam squares. And I had a couple here, but no, I don't see them. Okay, so I have a couple of foam squares. We're just going to stick them down on the back. And I'm going to stick it on the bottom right corner. Maybe a little bit over, a little bit more. I'll leave a little bit for the leaves to go. See, I have some leaves there. Okay. So now what we have to do is, I'm just going to tear this apart so that we can put our leaves where we want them. So I peeled off 4 at the top, 3 along the side, and then there's just 2 on the bottom, because we don't want them overlapping too much. But I think that looks good, because this flower is going to hide all that. So I'm going to glue this down along the stem. Put some glue just on the middle of the stem so the leaves can move about a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to take the largest flower. I'm going to stick it in the center of that. And I'm just going to keep layering. But alternate my petals. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center, and then I'm going to stick this bud right in the center, and I'm going to hold it there. Okay, and there you have it. Beautiful Valentine card. Thank you for joining me at Karen's Creations store. Take care.